Testing. Blah, 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 blah.
Ready, set, go.
It's time for the Coach Amy and Coach Liz show.
A podcast for endurance athletes by two athletes, two coaches, and a physical therapist.
We are your hosts, Coach Amy
And Coach Liz.
coming to you from Kansas City.
We're just going to talk today about what we're doing for our own training right now.
Yeah.
And sort of, for us right now, it's December.
Oh, yeah, that's a good, yeah.
Yeah, so when you listen, it's December. You know,
Person,
some people think of it
place,
as like,
time.
quote unquote, the off season.
Yeah.
It's just a shift in focus, but we're just going to,
Yeah. What are you doing?
So,
Okay, tell, what's your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
you know what? I am doing what I feel like right now. So I do something every day. I try to do like, somewhere between an hour and 90 minutes of like some kind of cardio a day. So, I might run. I really love the Stairmaster. It's really tough. I've started to get back on my bike a little bit. I'm doing
on your bike, is it on the trainer? Or
on the
outside?
trainer.
Okay.
On the trainer. Oh gosh, no, on the trainer. And then just some basic strength work, like not a ton of stuff. I mean, I feel like my running volume was kind of up after heading into Morocco, and it's been about 3 weeks since we went and did that, and that was for me that was the Morocco running trip was like somewhere around 70 miles for that week, which was a jump for me, and so I feel like I've kind of come off that, and I'm just giving my body a little recovery and doing what I feel like doing.
What about swimming?
I have not been swimming. I think people will be shocked.
Yeah, I
have not swam in a very long time, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, when's the last time you swam?
I mean, I think I've swam like 3 times since Kona.
Okay, so span of
been
time, a year.
3
times in a year. Whoa,
Yeah.
wow.
I know. Well, it's so interesting because I never thought I would be one of those people that did that, because I'd never taken like a long break from swimming really. But I feel like it was so much work all the time. Like every time I went to the pool, I feel like, those require distance sets. If I wanted to be able to get into the water during an Ironman and swim really hard, a threshold for an hour, and not have it affect, 112 bike miles and a marathon, then I had to be really swim fit. And so when I would go in, that's how I would practice. I mean, it was like 4,000 or 5,000 yards of like watching the clock every single second and doing a lot of threshold sets without rest. And the kind of, I needed to practice like that in order to be that fit. And frankly, a lot of people do not enjoy that kind of swimming, which I understand.
Yeah.
But it's intense, and so it means that I was going in there and doing those kinds of sets largely by myself most of the time. And so I'd be in there like, 3 or 4 times a week doing sets that were really mentally and physically just exhausting. And I had done that for, 15 or 20 years. And now, to be clear, there were times that I swam with masters groups, and I had some great masters groups to swim with, which was helpful. But I feel like in the past couple years, I did a lot of swimming on my own that was just really hard, and it's just mentally like, oh my gosh, I have to get in the cold water.
Yeah,
and
so this is like a mental break for you.
It's a mental break.
As opposed to a physical break.
It's a mental,
You're like,
totally mental break.
It's like a burnout.
It's
mentally.
burnout.
So even though you could go and do just some easy like swims, it's arriving there and being like, I hate it here.
I do.
Right
now.
now.
And I don't want to get in the cold.
Right.
And I think, and and I have done like the couple swims I've done. It's not, I mean, I can go to the pool and do an easy swim. It's not like I have a compulsion where I feel like, my times need, people
do
like
that. They
right?
do.
And they're like, I used to swim this time. And I don't feel like that at all. It's just, I don't have a reason to do it right now, and it's kind of nice not to have to go do it. And I'm hoping that like my desire to kind of get back in the water will naturally come back, which I think is
because you gave it an honorable
because
break.
I did that, and and I think that's a good lesson for people. Sometimes it's like you really need to take a big step back, and then the joy will come back, and you can go back. And the trick is to be able to go back and like have it be a new phase in swimming, not be like, for the rest of my life I need to go like swim threshold sets for an hour and a half in the water by myself. Right? Because that's not going to be fun. So so I feel at peace with it.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
What am I doing?
You've come back from your knee.
Yeah,
You've been great.
Coming back from my knee. So I'm not doing something every day.
Yeah.
And it ends up being Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's like there's no workout. Okay. And part of that is because Monday, Wednesdays are work days in the clinic, which, and just like the schedule and the hours is just insane. And I come home like just depleted and exhausted from that, in a good way, but I'm not working that in. And I do want to change that because I know a lot of times when I feel that way, I will recover from that and feel better if I do something. So that's weird? One of my goals. And I just kind of like that Friday off because usually I do a lot more on the weekend and it just kind of sets me up. So I'm not really like pushing to like go do something on Friday.
Yeah.
Well, we'll podcast. That's enough stress and sweat for me on Fridays. But what I am doing on the days that I'm working out are strengthening.
Yeah.
Physical therapy, rehabilitation exercises. And I'm on my trainer like twice a week on my... Yeah.
Your bike trainer?
Yes. Are you... You should see. Oh, it's good. It's good. It helps with like quad strength, which is something I'm trying to develop and work on for my knee anyways. And I have this little... We'll talk about this in our goals podcast, but I'm kind of excited about maybe trying out gravel riding. Oh. And so like, I just want to get ready kind of for that. No race in particular. I just, and it feels really good. I don't mind the trainer and it feels really good. Those workouts are low impact, strong cardio, strength. So I love it.
Well, good for
I'm doing
you.
Good. That and some running. So running is like, maybe it's about 3 times a week.
Good.
And some of it's like, oh, let's go on the track. Let's go run with our run group. Some trail running. Yeah. Mixing it up in there, but nothing really long right now. So it's all about what will my knee allow me to do, what's good for the recovery for the knee, and just building strength. And that's... Inconsistency.
Yeah.
Which, and so then... I want to add a swim day, and I'm thinking that's on a Monday.
Get out.
Yeah.
What?
Just a swim day.
You miss swimming, don't you?
I do. Actually, I do. Not swimming hard. Okay? But it is very, like, when you can get into a zone, and it's very meditative and relaxing and really good for recovery, the resistance of the water. And it really helps with your breathing capacity for running. So there's a lot of benefits of the swim without having to be like, I'm training for an open water or a triathlon or something like that. Because I'm not even thinking about any of that right now.
It takes a while to get there, but swimming can actually be like running. It is. I feel like there's a lot of overlap when you get in that groove. And like, when I was talking about doing all those threshold sets, like it's like running. It's like a long run and you get that same. And that's something that you have to, there's a lot of steps to get there, but it is very meditative.
I do like sometimes I remember some of the things that you've given me, okay, let's do some 50s and I'll, do 50s a little bit harder, like just pushing to go a little bit harder, working on my swim form. And then it's like, an easy 50 and kind of like do little tiny little intervals or something like that.
A lot of runners are probably familiar with Jack Daniels, right? And so, I mean, his background was in swimming. And so like there's a lot of overlap in terms of like, if you want to get better at running, you don't just go run the same thing all the time and like zone out and just like not pay attention, right? In swimming, I think there's, you need the intervals, you need to mix it up, you got to work on the form, there's a lot of overlap.
So here, I'm going to say it right now because then maybe I will it'll give me some accountability. Yeah. So, what if I went on Mondays after work? Because it's not, let's do that.
Well, and you know what? This goes right into
our,
we're going to talking about goals, but you can't improve a habit that doesn't exist. And so with something like that, it's just about showing up, right? And you just get used to going, and then it kind of builds on itself, because sometimes just getting there is the hardest. And at least for me, for swimming, and it's, getting in the blessed cold water. I mean, it's just...
Yeah. So for me, that goal is going to be like doing a workout on a Monday. And on a work day, right? That's number one. And I think it should be swimming, because that's the only thing in this kind of circuit that I'm not doing right now, that I want to do, as we talked about. So,
and it'd be good recovery, and you get out from a swim and you do feel good.
Yeah. So what is next for you? Like right now, you're kind of just doing what you want. Like you're waking up on the day and you're just going to decide, this is what I want to do today.
Yeah, I am. I mean, I know that I just feel better. It just is, it's really like a, for my mental health, as much as anything. And I don't know what's next. I thought, I had some fun things on the calendar this year, and, there's a chance that there's a friend of mine who's doing who got into the Leadville 100 run.
Oh, yeah.
And needs some pacing help and some work with that. So, it may be that I train to pace someone for part of 100 or be part of that crew. I think that would be really fun.
Yeah.
But I'm not really sure. Like, that would be, I think, a pretty big undertaking. And
yeah, especially because of the altitude thing for you.
The altitude is really tough for me.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
You don't want to show up and be like, yes, I'll pace you.
I know. I mean, and that's true. I mean, so I need to have a conversation with this guy about, like, I fall on trails. I'm totally directionally challenged and I can't breathe at altitude. Would you like me to guide you through a trail run at night at 10,000 feet up to 14? Because I feel like I'm a great candidate. I mean, who knows where we'll end up? Your leg might fall off and you'll be giving me CPR, but it sounds like I could really set you up for success.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
But it's such an amazing race. So, I don't know. That's kind of on my radar, but beyond that, I haven't nailed anything really down.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah. It's kind of nice.
It is really nice.
After so many years of having your whole life kind of structured around races, it's good to come up and, introduce some different things.
Yeah, that's the thing I keep getting asked by patients that come in. What are you signing up for? Mm-hmm. Oh, you should sign up for this. Mm-hmm. Ooh, you should try this.
Oh, this is the time of year. This is the time of year. Like the little, the trolls.
That feeling of that you need to register for something or sign up for something, which can be motivating.
It can be great.
And I personally am just not ready for that. So I'm not going to pick any one particular thing.
Right. But if you are ready for that, and I think that's the question, right? What do you need?
Yeah.
Do you need a race? Is that something that, and are you picking it for the right reasons? All the stuff we're going to talk about in our Goals podcast.
Stay tuned.
Thanks so much for listening. And remember,
we are in this together. Until next time.